I thought I might do a little bit of a video. This is probably more for me than anybody else, but I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a tour through my hometown and kind of visit some of the places that mean the most to me. I'm going to go look at some of the houses that I lived in when I was living here, and I've spent over half my life in this town, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to go visit some of those places I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm going to take you guys along, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, let's get to it. The second house I lived in when I was a child and went through preschool, elementary school, junior high school. This yellowish house right here where the red truck is parked. Looks like it has vinyl siding on it now. It didn't when I was a kid, but man, this big tree in the front yard here, I used to climb up that thing, and somewhere up in the top of it I carved my initials. My parents will be happy to hear that, but it'd be fun to climb up there and see if I could find where I carved them. I probably can't. But this is my old neighborhood when I was a little kid. It sure it sure looks different. The house looks completely different. But that was it. Looks like the current people living there are Broncos fans. But that was my childhood home. Oh, they built a big garage in the back. I'm gonna go down the alleyway and see what it looks like from the alley. Man, I used to play in this alley when I was a kid. Ride my bike and make jumps and just all those kid things right here in this alley. Oh yeah, they built a big 2-car garage. They got solar panels or something there. I don't know what that is. Used to be a huge backyard with just a little carport place, but now it's a big old garage there. Wow. My parents will be interested in seeing that. You can't even see the house. That's how tall the fence is. See a little bit of it, but you can see where the carport was, and there used to be a shed there. Man, it sure looks different. It's probably 40 years since I was a kid riding my bike in this alley. Sure is different. Wow. I'm gonna take you guys to a park next and show you where I used to play when I was a kid. We used to go up and play in the swing sets, and we called it the Rocket Park. I have no idea what it's called today, but there was a rocket we used to climb up in, and I'll show you that when we get there. All right, here we are at Rocket Park. I'm mainly doing this one to show my family and my siblings. But this rocket here is up on poles now. But you can see, if you look at it, you can see there's stairs in there and stuff. It used to be mounted in the ground, and you could climb up in there as a kid, and you could climb clear up there almost to the, well, you could go clear to the top. When I was a kid, you could do that. But of course, you know, that's unsafe, so kids today don't have that type of toy to play in. It used to be mounted right over there in the grass on the other side of these bushes, but I don't know what year they did this. They pulled it out of the ground and put it on these poles and stuck it up there, so now you just get to look at it. But there is a sign here. Says what the name of the park is. You can see there, I don't know if you can read it, it says Rocket Park. And all the sponsors of the park and everything, but that's my old Rocket Park Man, I stood up there and pretend like I was flying that rocket all over the world when I was a kid. But times change. It's too unsafe for kids to do that these days. We got to make sure they don't get hurt. I made it through it. Apparently they're not that lucky these days. But anyway, I thought you'd think that'd be pretty neat to see. But I used to live in this house over here on the right. Boy, it's really run down compared to what it used to look like. My parents used to take real good care of that house. And then this cul-de-sac is kind of where I spent a lot of time as a kid growing up out here. But that's let's see, what is that? About the third house I lived in this town when I was a kid. I was probably 12 to when I went off to the Marine Corps, was living in that house right there. I'm sure nowadays all the people, most of the people I used to know probably moved away to different houses, but boy, the old neighborhood sure looks different. I'm going to stop up here on the corner. You guys probably don't have much interest in this, but this video is kind of for me and my family. It's pretty neat to see. This across the street here, that big barn house there, it's been there forever. I didn't know the people that live there, but right next to it, that empty lot right there, was where one of my best friends had a house there, and I didn't realize it until just now, but his entire house is gone. It's been torn down. I used to ride my bicycle from my house over to his house just around the corner, just about a block away, and we'd play around back there in the trees in that empty field behind his house. But man, it's not even not even a house there anymore. Somebody trying to go around me. They're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing sitting here at the stop sign doing nothing. They'll see my Iowa plates and figure it out. Darn out-of-towners. Alright, so I'm gonna go by kind of slow here so I can just get a video of this empty field. But right here where this empty spot is there, that's where his house was. Wow, that's interesting. Not even a hint there used to be a house there. Crazy. Alright, here's a duplex that I used to live in. It's actually, they call it a condo. I built the awning on the side of that thing. I also built that fence. And the duplex right next to it, my sister lived in the left-hand side of that one. I lived in the right side of this one. So we were neighbors for a few years, my sister and I were. That was some good times, living there. Boy, this tree in my sister's old front yard is just massive. I think it's a cottonwood, but my sister planted that tree. But yeah, I lived there for about 7 years, I think. And it was okay. The neighborhood's nice. I didn't really care too much for having my neighbor's house connected right to mine. They were only connected at the garage, but kind of crazy taking a stroll through memory lane. Now I'm going to take you guys down Main Street, if I can remember how to get there. It's kind of a neat little downtown area that's kind of died off with all of the new shopping areas to the west of town. But again, when I was a kid, which is quite a long time ago, my parents used to bring us down here, and just pretty much do all our shopping, clothes shopping and that sort of thing. But now it's just become kind of a little show area. I'm just going to hold the camera in the front window and hopefully get it at least decent enough you can see what it's like. It's kind of pretty. They got a bunch of, they call it artwork on the corners of the streets, a bunch of sculptures and stuff. So let me turn the camera on, we'll see if we can get this. This town's all about these roundabouts now. Seems like everything they do is a roundabout. There's a couple sculptures right there. There's a P-51 Mustang made out of tin or something. I guess I could go through here walking, but I'm going to do it driving so you can see what it looks like. There's a big apple. And this is called Main Street. It's kind of a cloudy day. I hope this is bright enough to give you an idea of what it's like. Christmas time they have all the lights. All these trees have lights on them, and the downtown Christmas shopping feel to it, which is pretty cool. But boy, this place sure is growing. Sure is busy compared to what it was when I was a kid walking around down here. Actually, there's quite a bit of activity, so a lot of people are coming down here nowadays. Big motorcycle there that guy's climbing on. Some more of that so-called artwork. Up here, hopefully I can get it on video. Some local artist, welder guy, up here on the left of this bank, he built a big buffalo out of old car bumpers, chrome bumpers. It's pretty amazing. We'll see if I can get a decent video of it. Yeah, maybe through here I can get it. Hopefully you guys can see it as I roll through here. I got traffic behind me, but big buffalo. I forgot what they said at one point what they paid for that buffalo, and it was a lot of money. But I guess that's why they call it artwork, right? It's expensive, made out of junk and one of a kind type thing. Just about brings us to the end of Main Street. Oh, here's another pretty neat sculpture. Hope that wasn't too boring. And I'm not sure how well that came out just holding the camera, but I guess I'll find out when I get home and have a look at it. Alright, see you in a bit. Well, that was the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it may not have meant nearly as much to you as it does to me, but I had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of looking at where I grew up and seeing some of the places I lived when I was a kid. And about a week or so, maybe a week and a half, we'll be on the road headed to Arizona. And I'm looking forward to getting on that trip, and I'm sure you guys are looking forward to seeing what I get into there. So until then, hope you're all doing well, and we'll see you on the next one.